Hey guys, so this is just going to be a really quick update on these 10,000 milliamp extended battery by Zerolemon for the Galaxy Note 4. So as you can see, it's here. Actually, I'm going to move this just 1 second. Okay, I'm back so you can see it a little bit better. So initial impressions, first time user. This phone is it's pretty impressive. Not the phone, sorry. The battery is pretty impressive. After I got a full charge, let it charged up. I charged it up for the first night. I got it for 12 hours, and then I unplugged it, rebooted, and then plugged it in again just to see where it'd be at. It was still at 100. But it took another 2-3 minutes to get it back to the green light when you get a full charge. So I unplugged it. I do have stats for the first day of operation. I was pretty impressed. So here are the stats. So the first day, did a screenshot there. First day was 1 day, 14 hours. So that's like 38 hours of continuous use. Brought it down to 5%. Right now, I got a hold of a couple other people who have had this type of battery with Zerolemon. As you can see right here, how I brought it down to that was down to once again 5%. I had to go somewhere, and I took the battery out and swapped out for the stock battery. And when I came back to start charging the Zerolemon again, lo and behold, it jumped back up. So it just continued from there. It was only, the battery was only there. My spare battery was only there for like maybe 10-15 minutes while I was doing something. So I mean, that really doesn't have that much play on the total of 38 hours that it was in operation. But anyway, what I'm trying to say is when I popped the battery back in, that was at 5% initially, it jumped back up to 35%. So I once again killed it to 5%, and that's what I got. So my screen time for the 38 hours of operation was 17 hours and 9 minutes. That's day one. It really wasn't day one because that lasted me 2 days, 2 shifts at work, and today is now my 3rd day of operation with this battery, and so that means I unplugged, I unplugged this morning, and plugged in again last night after the 2nd day of operation, the 38 hours. Charged for another, probably 6-7 hours, and then I unplugged this morning. So this is my 2nd cycle of discharge for this battery. Right now, you can see that I'm at 50%, right? So 50%, let me pull up my stats. Battery. So right now, refresh that. This is what's going on right now. So I'm at 50%. I have 16 hours, 29 minutes of operation. Here I did a couple battery pulls. Once again, you can see it gets down, and it's weird because once I plug it back in, I wait a minute or two, put the battery back in, and it jumps up. So I'm trying to get a consistent gauge of what the battery level really is at. So I'm going to be doing on this 2nd cycle of discharge, getting it right down to 5% again, and then doing another full charge, so on and so forth. But so this is technically my 3rd day of operation, my 2nd cycle of discharge, because the first cycle of discharge pretty much lasted me 2 days, which is impressive because the first cycle of discharge after my first initial 12-hour charge I was beating on the phone pretty good just to see if I could kill it. Stock battery usually lasts me a good 6 to 8 hours, and then I've got to swap out for something else. So this 10,000 milliamp is not too shabby, not too shabby at all. So screen time so far. Oh, that's not it. Sorry. Screen time. So 7 hours so far. I'm down to 54%. Now, don't forget, I'm overclocked to 3 gigahertz. My everything else was set to performance. As you saw in my last video, everything's set to performance with the GPU, the CPU, and my GPU is set to 600 megahertz, and the quad core chips are set to 3 gigahertz instead of the stock 2.6, is it? And everything's set to performance, so everything ramps up a lot faster. Everything, whatever it does, is going to be running at full tilt. Some people ask, why do you do that? They don't get it. Me, I just do it because I can. I'm rooted. I might as well do something with it instead of running it at stock rates. Yeah, it's going to kill the battery, of course. But, I mean, that's one of the reasons why I got this battery, because I like to push it as much as I can. I don't do any crazy theming. I mean, the most I'll do is do a live wallpaper like this, or you've seen my other live wallpapers, the asteroids, you know. To me, this is cool enough. I don't care about the icons. I don't have them labeled because I already know what they are. So, as for what color they are, how big they are, what they look like, honestly, I don't care. I mean, you know, it is what it is. Everybody likes different things on their phones, and that's it. If you don't like it, then you move on. I mean, you know, hook up your phone the way you like it. That's all that matters. As long as you like it, that's really all that matters. Who cares whatever anybody else says? So as for battery wise, my stats will always be less than other people unless they're running the same setup. You guys got to realize too. Yeah, you can get a certain gauge of what kind of battery life you'll be getting, but unless you have the same setup, if you're running the same ROM, I'm rooted. I have a different ROM. I have a different kernel running on it, so I can overclock, because you can't. You need usually a custom kernel to be able to overclock also, and you have to be overclocked. So unless you're running the same type of setup and have everything on performance like myself, then you can compare what kind of battery life you're getting compared to what I get. Most people won't overclock. Most people don't overclock. So most likely your stats will be a lot better than what you see that I'm getting. But honestly, to me, if I get more than a day of battery life, shit, I'm jumping for joy, because usually that doesn't happen, that I get more than that. So this is just a little insight of how I have my phone set up, how I'm pushing everything to the max that this thing will do. If it would go past 3 gigahertz, I'd be running it past 3 gigahertz. Why? Because I can. That's how I like to run it. It is what it is. So that's the type of battery life I'm getting. I'm assuming that the more conditioned this battery gets, the lithium ion, I wish, like I said, it is a lithium-based battery. I wish they were lithium polymer, because they're lighter and they hold more power, more bang for your buck type of thing. They actually be able to cram more into less, and or more into the same amount of space. But we can't control that. We just can use what's available or given to us, what's produced. So that's how I have mine running. That's the type of battery life I'm getting. 38 hours out of the first full charge. And right now we're at 50%. Well, I just hit 49 because I'm messing around with it. And also everything is usually turned on. I don't have my GPS on because I'm not using it, and my Bluetooth. Usually my brightness is right around there for myself, but I have it a little bit less for when I'm shooting video, because it becomes too bright and you can't see anything. So that's it. Hope you guys liked the video. If you want better and or more stats, just send me a message on the video, on the comments, and maybe I'll just keeping track for the next 3-4 cycles of the battery. Honestly, I like this battery. It's nice. The only real complaint I have is it's freaking huge and it's heavy as hell. Other than that, everything works as is, as it's supposed to. What I might be doing if Zerolemon puts out a charger like a Batt charger where you can lay it flat into the charging, like a dock or whatever, I'd probably get that, because I still have my cheap Chinese battery that's decent, 7600 milliamps. So when this dies, I can slap that in here and then start charging the other one and just swap them out that way. And I could probably use that charger if they make one for the Chinese battery too. But that's it. I did have the tempered glass on here. I ended up taking it off because I'm looking for a glass, tempered glass, where the actual tempered glass molds to the actual glass. Meaning, I know you guys who have Note 4s out there, you guys know that the glass curves outwards. The glass I had is what everybody's calling the halo effect, where the outsides here won't be touching the glass because of the glass curves outwards. So but then the tempered glass is straight, so you don't get that full contact on the edges. That's what everybody's calling this halo effect. So if anybody knows of one that's a brand that actually covers all the way around so you don't get that halo effect, once again, put it in my comments, and I'll try to order one of those and slap that on. Other than that, I would have kept it on, but I just didn't like it. It looked weird. You notice it mostly, obviously, when the screen is off, but when you fire it on, when you fire up the screen, well, as the owner, you'll know it's there and you'll notice it, but I don't know, probably nobody else would notice that it was like that. But anyway, that's the reason why I took mine off. So those are my stats for 2 days of operation, and hope you liked the video.